G'day, folks. How we all doing? Okay, so Gerwin, thank you. Okay, you can't pop in tonight, but thank you for coming along. Lion Chris, how you doing? Welcome aboard. And Darren from Down Under Farm and Forge is in the house.
Hello, hello. And apparently tonight we've got a few people we're supposed to do a shout out to.
Back in the tick, folks.
BJ, Lani, and Josh. Thanks for popping in, guys. Josh is my son, if you guys don't know. Apparently they're up on the Sunshine Coast watching us, having, by the looks of it, cocktails. Is that a good enough shout out, Joshua? Hello, Matthew. How are you? I've got to try my new glasses.
Right. Okay, I'm back. G'day, Matthew. How you going? Hey, Joshua. Why are you angling that all the way up to me?
Because I can.
Because you can. How you going, Josh? Big shout out to Josh and his compadres up on the Sunshine Coast.
I've already done that.
Well, I'm doing it now. My turn. Yeah.
It's BJ and Lani.
And BJ and Miss Lani. Welcome in, folks. Now, yeah, no, not that cool. So, let's see if we can find this clipboard. I'm going to put it up, paste. There you go, folks. There's the link to if anyone wants to come up and have a chat. Then it'll be Bippy's going. Oh, hi. Okay, live question. How's things looking where you are, my friend? We're a bit cool here in Queensland, Ipswich, but we've been having some exciting times here on Boddington Farm. If you've been seeing our shorts that we've been putting up, the population on Boddington Farm has grown by three little fuzzy ones.
Washing potatoes.
Washing potatoes.
Okay, cool.
Well, you got to wash them. You got to wash them. Hey. But we've got six in the chat. Nice.
Did you put the link up?
I'll put the links up. See, the links there. Wasn't expecting it that quick.
Oh yeah, good on you, Darren.
Life's always better with coffee. Yeah, well, that's the thing with rain. You know, when you want it, you know, it's good. But when it's just been raining and raining and raining, it's okay. That's enough. Thank you. Why do you keep on sliding off the screen?
Because I look disgusting.
No, you
I'm
don't.
tired as.
Yeah, look disgusting. Josh, does your mum look disgusting? No, she doesn't.
He'll say yes.
Wait, that's Joshua. Yeah.
See, I'm tired because someone was on chicken duty all night because the humidity was going down on the incubator all the time. But someone sleeps through everything.
Yeah, but I can't help that. Yeah, I can't help it if I'm a heavy sleeper. So, but yeah, so, ooh. See? I say, Josh, yeah, she's pretty. Thanks, Josh.
Yeah, pretty awful.
Good on you. Gee, wow. Give a comment. Is Ms. Lani or Matt? Is it Matthew? His name? Lani. Is Joshua, Lani, and who?
BJ.
BJ.
Where'd you get Matthew from?
Oh, I didn't know. Is Lani or BJ going to join us on the chat, or are they just operating off you, Josh? Actually, I'll tell you what, Josh. Why don't you tap the link, Josh, and you can come up in the chat.
I think they're watching on the TV.
He's got a phone. You could do that. Yeah. Thanks, Darren.
Attitude.
Good on you, Sonia. Yeah, good on you, mate. Cheers. Just really. Oh, well, Josh, hit the link if you can. Come on up. Matthew sent over by Darren. That's cool.
Well, thank you, Darren, for sending
Yeah.
Matthew over.
Thank you, Darren.
Or is that where you got Matthew from?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
You're a shocker.
I know, I am. I'm allowed to be. Yeah, I'll put it up. Yeah. Here we go. There you go. Cheers, big ears. Yeah. Thanks, Wingnut. So, come on, Josh. Jump on up.
I guess everyone's got a life tonight.
Oh. What's that?
I don't know. I haven't had one for a long time.
I can ride. Oh, man. But Darren going for
He's gone for a coffee and a pee
in a wee walk.
and a wee walk.
In a wee walk.
Mm.
But if anyone wants to jump on up, that'd be cool. Other than that, is there anything that anyone would particularly like to talk about?
Right there.
No.
Okay.
No, exactly. If everyone's gone quiet.
Well, no, you said the Q word now.
There you go.
Well, why don't you tell everyone about your garden and your chickens?
And then in the chickens, actually, I'll show you.
No, you can't show them yet. There's not enough people here.
Why?
Why?
Why? Yeah. Who would like to see a cameo from one of the chicks?
Just leave them be. They're
No.
happy where they are.
Fine. I've been told.
Jeez Louise.
What?
They're a pain in the butt.
That's my job.
Yeah.
Yeah. BJ wants to know, where did Boddington come from? Well, that's actually in one of our videos on the playlist.
Just explain it. Go on. Explain it.
I'll explain it. Okay, Boddington Farm is an old family middle name. It comes on from my father's side of the family. So we decided, as an homage and in memory of my parents, who, by virtue of me inheriting the place over in Perth, we were able to buy this place. So we called it Boddington, in memory of my parents.
And then when we joined Shed Wars,
Yes.
it became Boddington Farm because we were doing all the gardening and the chickens and stuff.
Lani said, bring the chicks.
Bring the chicks.
I'll bring one.
Only because Lani said so.
I'll bring one.
Bring one. Which one? Nugget, or Evelyn?
The firstborn.
Nugget 1.
Anyone.
All right, he's gone to get Nugget. And we've still got one in the incubator, but who knows what's going to happen there. There's like another 6 eggs in there that are doing nothing. But we got 3 healthy ones out of them anyway. So how come you young folks are actually, watching us on YouTube on a Saturday night? Don't you have a life? Is that only one?
It's only one.
It's nugget one.
Nugget number one. Here we go. From Miss Lani. G'day, Aaron. Introducing
Hey, Aaron.
Nugget one, the firstborn of the incubated chicks on Boddington Farm. Did you just call us out?
What do you mean, did I call you out? Hello, Nuggy.
Girl said,
Dear Nuggy.
there you go.
What's wrong, Nugget?
What kind of chickens? Josh, they are Rhode Island red crossbreed. So, thank you. Congrats. Yes. Okay.
Are you right there, Nugget? Oh, yeah? Are you right there, Nugget?
Hey, City Girl.
Hey, Terry. How you going?
Welcome aboard. Hey, City Girl, this is the firstborn chick of the incubated ones.
You just shat on your hand.
But there's nothing really on my hand.
Well, it shat on the carpet then. I just saw it go flying.
There you go. Hey, look, it's in the house. Andy.
Hi, Andy. How you doing?
Yeah. Andy, meet nugget number one.
Go put Nugget back. Probably getting cold. And there's probably chicken crap on my carpet now. Unbelievable. So how is everyone's weekend going anyway? Please excuse the way I look. I was on chook duty all night. Rhode Island Cross, Andy. We got the eggs from Gerowin at Jandera. Well, sorry, Lani. Nugget's not going to be around for a long time. Nugget is actually a meat bird. So they're going to freezer camp. Well, why aren't you down looking at the cars, Josh? Hello, Wild. How are you? You just missed meeting Nugget.
Wild's there.
Yeah, you better bring Evelyn out.
Okay, Evelyn's do a brown one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds yummy, Andy. Wild, are you there? Hang on.
You want to do it?
Hey, Wild. Meet Evelyn. Meet Evelyn. Evelyn is the third born. Aren't you, Evelyn? Did you say hello? You say hello. You're still a bit shaky, aren't you, darling? Yes, meet Evelyn, Andy.
Yeah, meet Evelyn. Yes.
Evelyn will be.
I hear peeps.
Yeah, that's Evelyn. You right there? What? got to turn around that way. You got to turn around that way. You say hello. You say hello. I was only born this morning. Did you want to put the link up? They're Rhode Island Cross. Hey, Courtney's husband. What's wrong, Evelyn? I love the size of the feet compared to the body.
Yeah.
What? You're looking the wrong way. The camera's that way. Over that way. Look, look. Say hello. Say hello. Say hello.
Holy shit, what's that?
Huh? What? All right. Got her back to bed. So is anyone going to jump up and say hello? The link's there. You don't want to just be entertained by us all night, do you? Hello,
Okay,
Darren.
how we doing?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad.
Oh, you got your coffee.
I got my coffee. I had my
Yeah.
pee too.
You had your pee in your coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, TMI.
TMI. And it's a pee. Everyone pees.
I suppose we do.
Scary, scary.
Well, apart from chickens.
Oh, I don't know. I think one just did a shit on Agent's hand.
That was a bit of wood shaving.
Wood shaving, was it? Okay. Eight spag pies. Okay.
Well, if you'd watch videos, but hey, spaghetti pies.
Hang on. I watch most of your videos.
Well, this is one that you wouldn't approve of because it's spaghetti untraditionally.
Why wouldn't I approve of it?
Because you like things traditionally, like cinnamon's not allowed in spaghetti.
Huh?
Like cinnamon's not allowed in spaghetti.
Not in spag bowl, no.
Yeah, it is.
No. Please.
Hey, Bradley. You know Terry was here first, mate. Just let you know.
Hey, Bradley. How you going?
They've got an around the world competition going on who comments first on videos.
Oh, okay. Or shows up on a video. Also know what, Josh? If anyone doesn't know, Josh is my youngest. So yeah, don't like block him or phone him out or anything.
Yeah, don't block him when he misbehaves because he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just pull him into line.
Yeah.
How you going, Darren?
I'm doing good, mate. Yourself?
No point complaining. You know.
No bastard listens to you anyway.
Exactly. Exactly. And no, it's pretty good.
Still haven't got any prettier, I see. Still got to wear the mask.
Absolutely. No doing away with that, mate. Not at all. But hopefully I'll be getting, hopefully, touch wood, I might be getting an offer for another job soon.
Very good.
Yeah.
Josh, you're always misbehaving.
I'm pretty sure I've come close to blocking him before.
G'day, Bradley.
Yeah, and until I said it's okay. That's my son.
And the only way to sum him up is Joshua. That's the only way that can sum him up is Joshua. Oh yeah. So how's it? How have you been down in Victoria, Darren? Have you been affected by any of this weather, or have you managed to dodge a bullet?
I had one of. I had part of the back porch blow down.
Oh, okay.
So
Not,
the agent had to send someone out to fix that up. Seriously,
Yeah.
guys? Seriously?
yes, Daddy. We want to be on the live streams. We want a live stream with you, Daddy.
Go on. Go sit down. Dust, go.
No, Dad, we want loves.
We want loves on the live. Well, that just sounds wrong. Yeah, they want a live stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dustin, nice to see you over here, mate.
Yeah. The dog wants some sugar. So you managed to dodge a bullet. Otherwise, with the weather.
Yeah, nothing else too much. Just that one wall blown down, and
Yeah.
like I said, that's the agent's problem, not mine.
Okay. So please excuse my ignorance, people. But whereabouts? Because I didn't spend much time in Victoria when I was in the Navy. Whereabouts is Gippsland in relation to Melbourne itself?
Southeast or east southeast.
Yes, it's nowhere near Bendigo.
Okay, fine. So Gippsland, so like towards
90 Mile Lakes.
like Wilson's Promontory type area.
Out that way.
Oh, we've actually got the real Mike in the room tonight.
G'day, Mike.
Oh,
How you doing, my friend? Welcome aboard.
How do I fatten up my roosters?
Yeah, that's probably
Corn.
you.
Corn.
I've been to get our current meat hooks up and growing really well. I've been feeding them. I started on the turkey starter crumble, and then went on to the.
You obviously didn't read the question.
We have a chicken question. How do I fatten up my roosters? I don't want to buy a starter layer and grow a feed. Well, okay, I didn't.
You didn't read the question.
I didn't read all of it. Okay, fine. Okay, it's a guy thing.
Oh, not all of us go off half cocked.
Exactly. Where's the starter pistol? Okay, so yeah. Well, in that sense,
That's why I said Darren's probably
Yeah.
the best one, which he answered.
All yours, Darren.
Already answered it, mate.
Fine.
Corn.
Oh, he's throwing a dummy. Hey Nick, how you doing? No, you don't want to see me.
Right.
Because
There you go, Nick. Okay.
Change it over to small screens.
huh?
That's
Okay.
better.
Is that
Yeah.
better?
Much better.
That's better.
Much
You-
better.
It stops you from wiggling around so much.
You know,
I got to wiggle around to try and stay in the camera. Yeah, I know. She stays out of the camera.
it just keeps on drifting to the right.
Yeah.
That's more comfortable for my back at the moment.
Okay, then I'll
Mhm.
on your house.
No,
Yeah, all of a sudden her back becomes more comfortable, further leaned over.
Yeah.
well, it does.
There you go.
I'm upright, Andy. I am slowly getting better, thankfully. I'm not sleeping 16 hours a day.
That's good.
And look who's on. It's Bomber.
Bomber's here.
There you go, Bomber.
Yeah, well, your thing was we're still alive. I thought I better jump on and let you all know we're still alive too.
Cool. Cool. Excellent.
Awesome.
Yeah. So how'd you go with the Bomber?
We had a pretty windy night. We had a few branches down. We had a lot of cardboard blowing around. Yeah, it wasn't anything too bad here. Power went out for a little while, but it was restored by the time I got up in the morning.
Okay. So right there.
So yeah, it wasn't too bad. Not places like Trentham and that got absolutely smashed. So they're still in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, the university, we had no power till lunchtime. There was a big tree come down and took out a whole set of power lines. So that was a bit of fun, but yeah.
Not fun.
So,
So
yeah. Sorry.
how's the new house?
Yeah, we're getting there. There's a load of work to do. We've just started on the shipping containers that have got like about, I don't know, 8 years of stuff stored in them. So just boxes and boxes, and we're finding stuff that, yeah, we'd forgotten about, or we didn't even know was in there. It's not our stuff, and yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I had a fire going today. I burnt a lot of rubbish today. It was cool.
I'll probably be up week after next if you want a hand.
Yeah, sounds good, mate.
Next week I'm
anytime.
gonna nick over to Daisy Gray's and give David a hand with some trees.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I saw his video. He had a couple come down on the property, so yeah.
Bit of firewood.
Yeah. Well, talking of firewood, the slope and bustion wood burner we've got here is freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
Cool.
yeah, it's it just heats up the entire big hall down there. Yeah, it's like the pits of hell in there.
Yeah, it would do good with that big room.
Yeah, and if you really want to suffer, you put the fan on the roof and blow all the hot air down. It's amazing.
Yeah, Andy, that's Bomber's got something playing in the background, or Julianne's got something playing.
Yeah, it's a noise coming from the yeah, it's pretty sensitive. That's the other end of the house.
Well, it is open all the way through.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Have you put the barn door across?
Yeah, I'll see if that helps. Hang on.
There we go.
Oh, it's good, Darren, that you know all the features of the house.
Is that a bit better?
One would think that you are
That's better, mate.
living there or in another room.
That I've been there. I was maybe going to pick the barn doors up, but luckily Bomber went and picked them up from somewhere else.
Yeah, that was
I wasn't allowed up there.
No, that was a fun trip. Finish work, get in the car, drive to Echuca, pick up some doors, and come back down again. So, actually, show you. Yeah, there's the barn doors over there.
And there's the invisible boy.
There's the invisible boy.
Oh. In the pooter room.
Yeah. So we've just got some temporary tables in here, but yeah, we've got a bench to make to go in here, which will be better.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a bit of an issue with the internet, but we kind of got that sorted out.
Yeah. Is that on NBN?
Yeah, we're on fixed wireless now, so there's no direct phone line in, and the nearest tower is 4.5. Actually, the nearest tower is 3.5 kilometres, but the one they've connected us to is 4.5 kilometres away. So I don't know why they did that, but anyway.
Yeah, go figure.
Yeah. But the biggest the biggest issue we had was it wasn't working to start off with, and we realised that the wireless router was just too far away from everything because it was way down the other end of the house. So,
Okay.
so we've moved it up. It's sitting right next to me now, and it seems to be going a lot better.
Yeah, well, your feed is your stream's coming through nice and clear and
Good.
and sharp.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now, I'm
even
not
if you're on NBN, but the NBN box is in my bedroom, and we have to have a booster in the lounge room so that John gets signal in his
Back,
granny flat.
Yep. We've got the NBN box in the garage, and then it plugs straight into a network point, and it's wired to another network point here. So the actual wireless router is up this end of the house, and then I've got a booster back in the lounge room, which is halfway between the bedroom and here. So it sort of gets moved to here and then boosted back in the lounge room, so it bounces back. So yeah,
okay.
it's one of those things, working it out.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Matt's still hanging around in the chat or not. But he's just started his channel up. He's got 20 subs, so I'm going to share his link out.
Cool.
Go for it. Do it.
So if everyone could have a look at his stuff, he's a gardener, like many of us in here.
Yeah.
Well, you know the go on our lives. Just share whoever's in here.
And yeah, put up links. Actually, whilst we're talking about things, Andy, a little while back in one of our lives, we were talking about getting maybe yourself, Jandera, and Squinnies to our place for masterclass type thing. And I've got about 3 people who would like to come to the masterclass. So we'll have to set a date between you, Silhouette Park and Jandera for a date. We can all come here and do a master. We might even be to live stream. So we'll have to find a way to get contact and whatever. We'll organise a date. The three other people are very excited and keen to do a masterclass session at our place. So, yeah, so that's it. A go ahead. And so, Andy, I think you were going to do cheese. I don't know if or what Bibby wants to do yet, but yeah. So if we could get like say 2 or 3 sessions for the day, I think it would be a big day for everyone.
Matthew, we've just subscribed. Mate. Subscribers.
There you go, Matthew.
And g'day, Daz. Nice to see you too, man.
Hey, Daz in the house.
Daz.
How you going, Daz?
And guys, don't forget, if you go over and like Matthew's page, don't forget to up video, see your sticks.
And Andy is in the house.
Hello, Andy.
Hey, guys.
Fella.
Oh, there goes the neighbourhood.
Yeah, I'm good, mate.
That's okay, mate. I've been winding up.
Yeah, you're
I've
right.
been winding up JA on the side.
Yeah. So,
That way you avoided getting hit. She can't reach me.
so Andy, it looks like this masterclass day is coming to fruition. So
Yeah, that sounds good.
that'd be cool. So yeah, you know the 3 people that I've got lined up, like from work-wise, they're very keen to come along. They said just let us know. I said, look, I'll probably give you about 3 weeks heads up. See, no worries. So yeah, I reckon it'd be a great day.
Yeah, I'm going to duck out because I'm on endless loop of sound here. But yeah, no, that's perfect. I've got class notes and everything from when I used to teach.
Beautiful. Excellent. Excellent. Well, that'll be good then. Nice. Oh, a birthday parents from McDowell Manor.
You call that one a cameo, don't you?
Yeah. Well, we actually had a cameo appearance from a couple of our new chicks earlier. So
They're all sweeping.
and we've got another one that's pipped, but I say that it's still in the process of absorbing the yolk, but it's alive. It's breathing. It's doing okay. I think it's just waiting for it to absorb the yolk. Then it's just going to go pop. I'm out.
Daz, I wasn't able to go over and help with the move because we got locked down.
Yeah, no, we had to do it all on our own, but that's all right.
It's okay. I'll head over soon and make some damage.
Yeah. Actually, it wasn't the moving that was the problem. It was the cleaning, and like I had a few people lined up to come and help us with the cleaning, and I couldn't even do that. So yeah.
Bugger. Yeah. I'll put
Uh-oh,
the-
No.
I stirred someone up.
Oh, look out!
Apparently TV's too late. Bomber, I think you've been told, maybe secretly. I don't know.
Who would do that?
Daz, Daz,
She's what?
if you're up for Daz, there's the link there, my friend. You're talking to us. It'd be good to have you up, but I understand. But
See, it's safer me telling you off than it is for Bomber because we'd like Bomber to be vertical, not horizontal.
yeah. Yeah. I say it's safer for Darren to do that because he's further away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Much safer.
Mind you, when I head up there next, she's probably going to clock me. Just
It's a fair chance. It's a fair chance.
Yeah.
I'm going to make some more coffee, so Billy, over to you. Yeah.
Oh man, I hate being on the camera.
You have a YouTube channel.
And that's why
Kind of involves cameras.
yeah, but most of the time I have the camera turned the other way, so you don't have to look at my ugly face. Good on you, JA.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
And yes, it is cold in Queensland.
Yeah, down to
I'll just-
20.
Yeah.
Down to 20.
It was minus. I know it was 0.8 when I was getting up to check on the freaking chickens because the beeper kept going off because the humidity was going down. Yes, Nick, it's cold.
See, I find it amazing that you guys are getting colder than us at the moment.
Oh, it's been cold.
Yeah, I saw some of the forecasts were like for -8 overnight.
Yeah, well, I think during the week we had, with the wind chill factor, it was like -3. So, yeah. See you, Erin. Thanks for popping in. I hope you have a great time at work.
Great time and work. That just doesn't go together.
Well, it depends if you love your job or not.
True.
It's whether
Yeah,
you're
great time and work
employed
just
or
don't go together.
unemployed. Down to 3. Yeah, well, I think last night's problem was it was so cold in the room where Agent had the incubator in. It was getting too cold. So I've actually moved. Hey, J.A., thank you. So I've actually moved the incubator onto one of my kitchen benches. And I was dehydrating eggs this afternoon, and I thought, oh, is that the right thing to do when I got the incubator right next door on the other side of the kitchen?
Oh,
Well,
is
yeah,
it any worse than barbecuing chicken in front of the chickens?
I haven't done that yet. But
Eating a hamburger as you go feed the cows.
hey,
Eating a hamburger as you go feed the cows.
well, Agent actually picked up one of the chickens and said to the chick at the roast that's out for tomorrow night, defrosting, look, you're going to be this one day.
Here's your career path.
Yes, you're going to be a roast dinner for us one day.
Well, I had a little reminder and a little lesson of something that you generally learn when you're a bit younger. If you're going to get down low and just check on a fire and you're going to put your hand down, you know, all the hot spots aren't actually in the fire. I put my finger straight onto a hot coal. And I've jumped up and I've shaken it and I've gone, I need water. And Darren will know we're up near the new chicken coop, and you know where the only water is, the cow trough. So I had to run over and put me burnt finger in the cow trough.
Slimy.
Well,
It's got a couple.
Water.
Yeah, got a couple of nice blisters coming up, but anyway, you need to burn yourself every now and then just to remind yourself to be careful.
Uh-huh.
Well, you'd have blisters as an ongoing issue when you're Darren with the forging. Do you burn yourself very often? No.
If I burn myself, it tends to brand.
Yeah.
So
It would too.
avoid burning yourself.
Yeah, with the heat temperatures you're working at. Yeah.
That is
Nothing's
nice.
cold unless it's black and wet.
Daz, I'm getting there. Don't know what's been happening, but I had a couple of weeks of sleeping like 16 hours a day. I couldn't get my head off the pillow, but I'm getting there. Thank you.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I have no idea what it was, but I seem to be over it.
Yeah, Daz, we've got a few videos sort of on the go. We've got a lot of footage we've got to get together. It can be hard to find the time to do it, but by the time you do a full day's work out there, you're just exhausted. Actually, Julianne's oven, we used it for the first time the other night. We made some buffalo wings. And
awesome.
Yeah, very, very good oven. Yeah.
Gotta love a combi oven.
It cleans itself.
Oh yeah, yeah. And we've just got to drill a hole in the side of the cupboard and get the dishwasher installed tomorrow, which will be better.
Well, looky who has popped in. Hello, Johnny
Johnny boy.
Hey, John.
It's the oyster shucker. Good to see you, John.
There you go, Johnny boy. Pop in and say hello. The link's there.
See, he doesn't hate you. He came to your live.
Yeah.
He does hate us. I mean, we didn't even get told off for the chicken video, for the imposter video.
That was weird. I just heard the echo of that chicken down the other end of the house. That was really strange. That was quite surreal.
Our cats hate those chickens.
Oh,
You right there, or are you dying?
I'm dying. Ah.
John throwing up a video when a live's on. He always throws up the video up. What was that?
What the hell?
Whose feedback was that?
That was John's video. And Bradley's already commented. I mean, seriously, Bradley.
No, JA, but I'm working on it.
And I know how to hide the body. What are you doing?
And I think Bradley's got a lifelong obsession with being the first comment on videos.
Oh, okay. Gotta be a first. Hey, if I get there, I get there. If I'm first, I'm first.
John, there's always a live on somewhere in the world, mate.
I don't have an issue with it. It's probably the time to put up videos over there, isn't
Yeah.
it? First thing in the morning.
Yeah, that's what I am mine for. Our PM, American AM. Yeah, I'm waiting to hear when you're going live, Julianne. And then I will set a time after that.
Or is Julianne going to come up here?
I don't know.
Okay, so what, we've got a double live happening on Monday night, have we?
No, Monday during the day.
During the day,
Okay.
I was thinking around 12:30, but
And we were both thinking about it. And we'd been side chatting about it.
Oh, because it's a long weekend down there for you guys, isn't it?
Oh,
it is.
Because it's not here.
so I'll
That,
pop up.
That's a weak excuse, JA.
Hey, JA, I look like poop and I'm on the camera. But hey, my new Nana eyes are really good now. I can actually read the screen.
Or what about if you go 12 and we'll go 1? How does that sound?
If you wish.
Yeah, because
You guys pick your time.
yeah, well, if we go 1, that's 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. So that's not a bad time.
Hang on. 9 p.m. Eastern. No, it's not.
Yeah, no, it should
No, it's
be,
not.
isn't it?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Hello, Terry.
Hey, Terry.
Hey,
Hello,
Terry.
can you hear me?
Yep.
We got you.
Yeah. Just
Well, here you go. Terry, what time is it right now?
7:21.
There you go. There's Eastern time. 2 hours.
It's early. Let's see.
2 hours and then flip it.
need coffee.
So 1 o'clock would be 11
Need
Yeah.
11
wine.
at night. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Eastern.
I needed that last night.
Yeah. Okay.
Good idea.
If you go 12,
Yeah.
that's
That's
That's-
10 here.
10 Eastern.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's probably a better time.
So I'll go 11.
You go 11 and we'll go 12. Yeah.
Cool.
When's
All
that,
right,
Monday?
let's do that.
Hey,
Monday,
Nettie.
Yeah.
Hey, Nettie.
Okay, I'll have to play in the background.
10 and 11.
Oh, then.
I gotta work.
Yeah, well,
Monday.
that's probably back in a more reasonable time frame. Does that suit you, Darren?
Yeah, I can work with that as long as I'm awake. I'm going to do a forging live stream.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
So
Cool,
I'll need the
Bradley.
mods to handle the conversation.
I'll be watching.
Yeah.
Be at work.
I'll
Again.
be watching. I'll just have my earphones under my headphones. I was gonna be taking this Sunday off, but then I got an email last night from one of the higher ups that they're offering me extra money, quite a bit extra money to work whatever hours we want Sunday. So yeah, I'm working.
Make hay while the sun shines.
I know. I'm gonna reap the rewards when I can.
It's like agent always pulls extra shifts if it's a public holiday and a night shift. It's like money coming.
Yeah.
Come on up, Julian.
That's exactly it.
You Adam. And yes, I think me and Bradley have this thing going on. So you can comment first on videos.
Yeah, but Brad wins most of the time.
Yeah, I'm getting better. Depends on the channel.
Hang on.
Hey,
Jay.
J.A.
Hang on. To
Agent's cup is bigger than Terry.
Yeah, JA is just a.
It's huge.
The size of her head.
This is a regular size cup. It's still too small.
Hang on, that regular size one's like a 20 ounce.
Well, it's a little taller than a regular, but this one I got from Walmart. This is actually my daughter's teacup. When she's sick, she uses that, and I lose all my Earl Grey tea.
There's a normal cup and agent's cup.
Yeah, women get the normal cup.
Tip it on its side. That's huge.
it's a bucket.
I had a cup
Oh,
actually
good,
bigger
Eddie.
than this one. I had a cup that was tall, about an inch taller, and
Apparently yours isn't big
probably
enough.
about as wide.
She must have been perving on you in the shower.
Well, that's scary. Wow. Okay.
So, how many chicks do you have so far?
Sorry.
How many chicks do you have so far?
3.
Three that are out. One that's kind of halfway. It's but as I said earlier in the stream, I reckon it's just sitting there killing. It's breathing. It's alive, but I think it's just absorbing the yolk till it jumps out. But
Yeah.
it's moving. You know, I can see the beak moving. It's alive. It's breathing. It's just kind of just sitting back there, just chilling in the nice, warm, moist incubator. So it's absorbed the yolk. But, I was kind of worried that it might be a bit stuck because from where it had pipped, the outer membrane was going dry. So I removed
Bomb bomber.
some shell, but not the membrane because I didn't want to cause any bleeding. So I've cleared away bit of shell.
Yeah.
I can see it better, and it won't have any trouble coming out now.
How long has it been trying to come out of the shell? I saw the
About-
video yesterday where you had the 3 in there, and the other one was just starting to make the hole.
About 18 hours. So it's
Because I had one do that with the last batch of eggs. Because a neighbor of mine down the street gave me a dozen eggs that I had chicks growing in every single egg except one. I
yeah,
had one egg, and that one egg, it took like 24 hours or a little more to hatch, and it ended up having splayed leg, where the legs go like this.
yeah.
And it was actually scooting around, and it only lasted like 24 hours.
Yeah, Jay, I'm helping as much as I dare to. I've done some online research on this, and I'm just going to see how it goes. I'll see how it goes overnight. It's still alive. It's still doing well. I'm just figuring it's probably not absorbed all of the yolk yet, and then it'll absorb the yolk. It'll push through. So, but yeah, that's the kind of thing that I'm. Giving it a bit of time and giving it an eye on.
We'll get the Brains Trust involved.
Yeah, it's only been 18 hours, but hang on.
I'm taking you away. Yeah, you do that, and I'll tell you.
Okay, let me just angle this down a bit now.
I like that. That's a nice incubator.
Okay, so there it is. There, that's the chick. It's sitting there quite happily, and I've chipped away a good amount of shell. I'm just going to see how it goes overnight before I do any more help for it. How's that looking, Bippy? That's it. I'm back.
You might have to break that shell instead of going out. Go around like they would.
Yeah.
How they go around in a circle. You might have to do
Yeah.
little by little. Because the way I had to do it with the chick that I lost, it was there for like 24 hours. And I talked to a few friends of mine that has chickens all the time, and they said just break the shell a little bit at a time, like every 20 minutes, and it'll help that chicken come out on its own.
Okay.
And you gotta do it either side.
Well, Bippy is talking to you guys. I'll give it another touch up.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, so apparently he's going his thing over there again.
Excuse the baby.
I think we had the incubator in the wrong spot to start with, because it was really bad last night. It was all the humidity temperature all the time.
Yeah, with the second batch
Who's
of eggs
getting
that I had.
back?
I think it might be Bomber.
Bomber, is that you again?
Shouldn't be. Hang on. I'll mute me mic.
That's better.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Although Terry's just died.
No, I'm here.
So Andy and Nettie says it should be able to get out of that. Andrew? No, he's still poking at it.
Of course, it's Bomber.
Get it out. No, I want it out now. Though I don't think the others are going to hatch. But I don't know. It's been what the first one popped out yesterday.
How many days have they been in there?
Agent
Today will be about
22, I think. 22 days.
Give it today 25.
Today 25.
At least today 25. Because sometimes it takes them a little longer. The Channel Cogtail Farm, they hatch eggs all the time. They have eggs incubating all the time because they're daughters. They're one of the first people I message when it comes to the eggs. When my neighbor offered me to hatch some duck eggs, they were the first one I went to because their daughter is so stinking smart when it comes to chickens and ducks. I don't know how that girl can remember all the different breeds. Last year they did a video and their daughter knew every single breed and they had over 30 breeds. And
You know, I'm telling Agent not to keep poking at it, to just leave it.
And with that top on it, the way it is, you can see them really well. You have no problem seeing them. It's like I still have 2 eggs in my incubator. The second batch of eggs my neighbor gave me. Out of 12 eggs, I had to throw one away because
Thanks for popping in, John.
It was too covered in mud and everything else. And I put one of my eggs in there. Well, my egg grew. And as of the 2 chicks I got out of that batch popped out on day 20. And as of the night before, my egg was still moving around.
Welcome back, Darren.
Welcome
Yeah,
back.
my internet died with that noise from Bomber.
It's always
Killed it.
Bomber's fault. The
Yeah,
food
it's
is
always Bomber's fault.
The internet, it's Bomber's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I get food poisoning after eating Bomber's food, that's Bomber's fault. No, go figure.
Just as well I got broad shoulders.
And it's
All
normally
right,
your fault,
that's
but
fine.
hey.
Matches the rest of me.
So have you stopped poking at that egg?
McDowell Manor, yes, because I'm gonna see if my neighbor still wants me to hatch duck eggs for them, and if they do, I'm gonna grab some of my chicken eggs and throw in the incubator with them.
Yeah, that was from Pip.
Yeah. What's that?
But mine haven't even pipped.
Probably have a
The
brains
one egg-
trust.
I just want these other 2 eggs to hatch, and they ain't done nothing. But I don't think they're going to.
Yeah.
Well, I've noticed like the first 2 to hatch were laid on the 19th of May, and then Evelyn was the 18th,
And this one's an 18.
and this one's an 18th, but all the others on the 19th aren't doing anything.
But I'm giving them more time.
But yeah, they can stay there. And now they're in a better place with the temperatures more consistent. But apparently, according to Agent's list, there was life in all of them. So there was only one yoker.
So, Bomber, that's your reason she should put up with you because you have no trading value?
Yeah, no. Mate, if I was a photocopier and it was the end of the lease and you were going to buy it outright, it'd cost you about $1.50, mate.
Is that with or without warranty?
Yeah, no, that's without warranty, but that's the residual left on me. About
And that's only if
$1.50.
they fill it full of toner and paper.
That's right. And deliver it.
Oh god.
Yes, Andy, that incubator doesn't cope with the cold. That's why I've moved it to where it is. And it's doing a lot better. I had to rearrange my kitchen, but it's still not bad.
It's doing better, and the chicks are kind of close to where they're going to be ending up anyhow. So
In the oven.
on the kitchen bench.
Yeah, Jay, someone's got to pay you.
Andy said, I need to give you my number. Get in touch on FB. Okay, so Andy, what's your Facebook page, my friend?
It's on mine. You're all on mine.
Yeah, I've got Andy's.
Fine. Hey. We're
Yes,
getting touch.
I have Andy's Facebook page.
There you go. Okay, fine. It's all
Bibby's got my phone number, as I found out on my live the other day. I didn't recognise it was your number. I hadn't saved it.
No, well, I love you too, Darren.
I hadn't saved it.
I mean, I saved your number.
Hey, Nettie, I was just saying to Andy before, if you recall on one of our previous lives, we were talking about doing a get together at Boddington Farm for like a day of some master classes, and I've got some people like I've met through work. 3 of them, they are very keen to come along for a master class session. So we've got all the people. We've just got to organise the time, Nettie. No, well, you didn't miss a pick. Okay, Andy, you got me confused here. It was the boob picks. Hello? Did I miss something?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay. Maybe-
I'm trying to keep an eye on what's going on. I'm totally confused, but anyway.
Yeah, Nettie, I'll send you a message on Messenger afterwards. Yeah, you're not the only one who's confused, Nettie.
Did we
All
miss
right, guys,
something?
I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna go make a coffee and get Julianne a coffee and see if I can.
To see if
Wake
you
her
can
up a
dig
little
yourself out of the hole that you created.
Mhm.
Try and get back into her good books.
I've given up trying to get out of holes, mate. I just dig trenches and move sideways.
Yeah.
All right, take care, everyone, and we'll be in touch, Darren. And yeah, it looks like that'll be a good time to go, and
Yeah, no worries, mate.
be all good.
We'll
All right.
catch you on your lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll get a video out around that time too. So
Yeah.
I've got some crushed rock to move tomorrow, so we'll get a film that on doing my thing on my tractor. Should be good.
Thing on the
Oh, we've
tractor.
got
Oh,
Yeah, I love driving my tractor.
Hi, Mark.
hello, Mr.
All right,
Carter.
take care, everyone.
Hey, Mark,
All
how
right.
you doing?
Later, Bomber.
Hey,
Bye.
Mama.
Hey, Mama.
It's the man who slides down hills into creeks.
Yes, he does. Very well.
There's a link up there if you want to pop on, Mark. We've got a few
Someday
spares around here.
Well, someday I've got to go back to that live and snip that out and make it short.
That'd be an awesome short.
A short on what?
On Mark falling down a hill into a creek on a live.
And he
Okay.
was able to keep his arm up, keep his phone out of the water the
Yeah,
whole time.
yeah, I saw that. That was funny.
That was.
Yeah, he just woke up
Just-
last time he fell in a creek.
The last time you came on a live, you just woke up too.
Yeah, but he saved the camera. He saved the camera.
That was professional.
Yeah.
I missed that one.
I mean, he might not have saved much else, including his dignity, but he saved the camera.
A true southerner.
Yeah. But would anyone else like to jump up? We put the link up earlier. So, Mark, if you're going to come on up, Wild. It'd be great to have you up here.
Yeah, Wild was on Carowinds the other night.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, so Wild or Nettie. Yeah, Mark, I'm not surprised that you were sore for 2 weeks. I mean,
Wow, I bet.
the footage was yeah. Oh, that's actually
Mate, you made a thump when you hit the ground before you started sliding.
Yup.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I'm surprised that you didn't have a splinter or two where the sun don't shine.
Nettie, one of these times I'm gonna have to message you and find out how you did that cake.
Bradley!
There you go.
Hello,
Hey, Scott.
Bradley.
There's his face. That's rare.
Yeah, I know. I'm sort of getting over a cold too at the moment, so my voice is a little bit funny.
Oh, okay. How are the bees doing
So-
with the weather down there, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. I've blocked the entrance off and all, just closed them right up, and yeah, they're still, even with this cool weather and a bit of rain and stuff around, they're still punching in the nectar and the pollen as well. So they're doing pretty well.
Nice. When we moved into where we are now, one of the first things that I noticed just inside the front gate in an old tree stump was a native beehive. So I thought, bought a house and a native beehive comes with it. Score.
Yeah, good score, right? Yeah.
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 Can't
Yeah,
lose
so
that.
I made sure that the entrance is clear, and as far as I'm concerned, them with the other bees, the pollinators for the garden.
Yeah. I had some Tetragonia Carius. They're one type of native bee, but we had 3 weeks scattered out random. 3 weeks of bad heat up here in the summer, and I was actually away working at my sister's place in another town over, and come back and I hope they absconded and didn't die, but there was nothing left. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I actually saw some blue ring bees down here this year,
Oh,
which
yep.
is really rare down here in Melbourne.
Yeah, wow, that sounds different. I've never heard of them, Darren.
The blue ring ones,
Mm.
blue ring natives, they're a stingless native bee. They're normally sort of Sydney area.
Yeah, we've got a lot of different variations up and down there. Oh, Australia, right? So,
But yeah, they do not come this far south, and I actually saw some out in the garden.
yeah,
That's
that's
cool.
I love the
That's
pollen. Yeah, unreal.
Yeah. You know, the tree stump where they are, I figure, you know, even with the heat and humidity that we get here over summertime, you know, they're perfectly fine. You know, they're in the heat, in the cold, so they've obviously found a good spot, and they just do, you know, they're there year round. So you know, just quite stoked. So hey, native honeybees. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I mean, that cost you a pretty penny, you know, to buy them. I thought, wow. There's someone just up the Warrego, towards Toowoomba where we live, and you can buy the bees there and the boxes and so forth. And I saw the prices and went, holy mackerel! Yeah, not cheap.
Yeah, they definitely make a pretty penny.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, I originally bought my first hive from Ripley Valley Native Bees down, I think it's Ipswich way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was about, I think it was about $350 for the full colony box with a little, I had an acrylic sort of top when you lifted the lid up, and you can actually look right down in and see what was going on. Yeah, so, but in the meantime, we got a creek about 600 metres down here behind us here, and I do a fair bit of bushwalking, just sort of a lot of walking to help me back and that. And yeah, I found a massive big gum tree, and we have had a little look into it, and I estimate that just the store and honey and pollen stores was shoulder height on me. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, the trees. It's round. There's no way. I wouldn't even put my arms halfway around it. That's how big it is.
Holy smokes! So you said that the Ripley Valley. If you don't mind me asking, whereabouts are you?
No, Ripley Valley is where I bought the bees from. Down, I think they're near Ipswich somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm up north out at Murrumba, so it's about 200 k's inland of Mackay, up in the Whitsundays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many banana benders.
There's nothing wrong with us banana benders.
I'm
No. Yeah, except for the Origin loss we got the other day. But
yeah, it wasn't a game. That was a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Nettie, yeah, the one near the server on the highway as you're heading towards Gatton and Toowoomba from Marburg. That's what I'm talking about Nettie. And so so there's that one in the Ripley Valley and the one on the Warrego. I think they do honeybees apart from natives, and they do the hives as well.
Yeah. It's I'm just fascinated by the little creatures, eh? So.
Yeah. Actually, one time when I was having a smoke break at work, I was just sitting down, and I noticed this black spot crawling my hand. I thought, oh, native bee. I going, what? Isn't that awesome? You know, just sitting here and then a native bee just lands on me. And I go, yes, this is so cool.
It's funny they say if you find your honeybees, you mainly find them near water. They need water, and they say that native bees actually don't need water, or being so small they need such minimal. But I think it could just be the way it's evolved that we've kept them, and we put them in these little boxes that are only not even 30 mil wide, and so they get in, they get the honey and the water, and they spread it around the nest and around the hive, and then they start fanning to cool it down.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So the honeybees sort of need that water. We've got dog bowls here. I've got sort of bird baths, water fountains, and all that kind of stuff for my honeybees. But yeah.
You know, the Bremer River is our back fence. So I've got there's a water source there for all the birds, literally the birds and the bees. So yeah.
Yeah, no, with them getting water out of the creeks, like what we've got, the creek we got, like I said, is about 600 metres that way, and they
Yeah.
get all from the sides out of the clay and dirt as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it helps them along.
Yeah. Actually, our bird bath that we have, quite close to the chicken coop. I've actually got a stick in the water, so the bees can, if there's any bees, they can actually land on the stick and get a drink, so they don't have to go to the edge of the bird bath and risk getting drowned or whatever. And if they do end up in the water, then there's a stick for them to crawl up on.
Yeah, it's amazing. They do. Well, they don't swim, but they do drown pretty easily. They
do.
That big butt they got, and they can't sort of swim to get across to get onto things. Even though they try, they sort of seem to sink.
Yeah, I mean, they're a bit like a helicopter in a way. Just the build of them and everything. They shouldn't be able to fly, but they do.
Yeah, weird. Like slow motion, when you slow motion them down on video, oh, they're really funny. They just like they're drunk and just clumsy. They sort of go this way and that way and forwards and backwards and
yeah.
Yes, are you getting the rain down your way like Darren and them are getting?
No, not really. We've had the cold blast and a bit of wind, but no rain.
Yeah.
I mean, it got down to 0.8 this morning, and the other morning it was apparently 3 degrees, but with the wind chill, it actually felt like -3.
Yeah.
And the cold you guys have got is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
And when Queensland's colder than Melbourne, it's
Yeah. That's weird,
father-in-law lived, and he every time I tell him the temperatures, and he calls me Big Sook and everything. You can get great plus all day long, and I'll live it and love it. So
yeah. It's. Nettie said it was 0.8 degrees when she got up the other morning. That's towards Gatton.
Yep. Yeah. But all that area, Toowoomba, Dalby, all that area gets bloody cold too, eh?
Toowoomba gets freezing because it's on the top of a mountain and there's always a breeze. But Bibi could tell you all about Toowoomba and the wonderful weather there in the winter.
Oh yeah, it's wonderful. But even here in Ipswich, back in 1998, I was working at the jail with Agent, and I'd get up for a day shift, so I was leaving home at 5:30 in the morning, and it was -7.
Oh,
But it
Yeah.
hasn't been cold for that long. And when I was living up in Toowoomba, would be about 11, 12 years ago, I was leaving Toowoomba to come down to Ipswich to pick up my kids, and I think it was about 9 o'clock in the morning, and it was like 3 degrees with a wind chill factor. It was down to -9 at 9 in the morning.
Wow.
So yeah, we do get cold,
Yeah.
I'd let die.
but we haven't for years and years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
this
if it
is the cold winter I can remember in 10 years.
Yeah.
Oh, coldest we've had up here, like especially for autumn to be cold, during winter. So get to 20, 22 degrees, and I start looking for jumpers and socks, and I can't do it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I was born and bred in Darwin. I can remember when it got to 23 degrees in Darwin, and I had to have a jumper on.
Mm. Yeah, Darren's just shaking his head laughing.
yeah, I'm 20 degrees in the jumper. My heater's not even set to 20 degrees.
Yeah,
My
but
heater's set to 18.
Oh, yep.
yeah, when you're living in Darwin and it's normally 33 degrees during the day all the time, and like a dry season, nighttime temperature is like 21 degrees. And then, well, actually, family up in Darwin posted a picture on Facebook the other night, and they're all sitting around a heater because it was down to 15 degrees.
But they're wearing thongs.
But they're wearing thongs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they've got the heater on under the table, and they're all wearing thongs.
Direct contact.
Yeah, probably because they don't own shoes and socks.
But yeah, you don't need them up there.
For Terry's and Mark's benefit, when we say thongs, it's what they would call.
I know.
Okay, you know. But yeah, I just want to make sure. That's all.
I know.
Yeah.
It just
It'll
didn't.
be-
When you think that
me-
they're getting a bit too freaky up in the Northern Territory.
So, Matthew.
Although we do
whereabouts-
think that Bomber
Right.
wears thongs in the American sense.
I don't want to. Don't even go there, Darren. I don't want that mental image. No. Mm-mm.
Hey Terry,
But
where you are now, you can literally go like
you can get Darren under your thumb.
Darren and yes.
smash him in the
Is
head.
that a thumbprint, Darren?
All right. I might just got the family come back from sports. So I just on quick time. So thanks for having me.
No, what, my friend?
Thanks for popping in.
You're welcome anytime, buddy.
No worries.
Anytime.
Righto.
Thank you.
Worries.
Always good to see you, mate, especially when you're first.
Catch up.
Yeah, very good. Right, see you later.
All right, mate.
Okay.
Yeah, but you guys call thongs, we call flip flops, like Arkansas could have said.
Okay, Wild.
Oh, Daz, you are still hanging around.
Wild, you've obviously got a story there. Come on, Wild. Come on up and tell the story.
Sorry, I'm busy playing moderator.
Oh, okay.
Wild, I forget where
Oh,
Wild Edibles is.
On
She's
more than
way
one
up north.
channel.
Wild, where are you? You're way up north.
She's in Canada.
Okay. I just couldn't remember where. I knew she was way up north, but I couldn't remember where.
Oh, I've been sharing links. Haven't you noticed, Bibi?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm actually working here.
I have noticed.
Okay, I know where you're at.
Now,
But I think you're the only mod in the room, aren't you?
Wild's a mod.
come on, Wild. Come on. You can't do this to us. You've got to come up and tell a story, Wild.
Daz, you're always lurking.
He's a lurker.
So come on, Daz. Let's see if you want to
But
come up.
that's when you know.
Nah, Daz is still a while away from appearing on camera for someone
That's cool.
else's live.
Totally get that. Totally get that, my friend.
Oh, there you go. The other one's sitting there bludgeon.
Oh,
Oh,
he was making coffee apparently.
yeah.
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 Has he survived?
Hey Bradley, it was a pleasure to see you up there. Good on you.
Hey, don't stress about the nervousness, mate.
Mate, yeah, it's there's
No.
a first for everything.
Being nervous to go on camera, yeah, that's normal.
Yeah.
When I made my first video, it took me a few times to do the video because a friend of mine, he got me some elderberry cuttings from up in North
Nice.
Carolina. And he goes,
Nice.
I will get you cuttings, but you have to do a video on them. And I was like, I'm willing to pay for them. I really don't want to go on and do a video yet because him and I have been talking back and forth, and he's been convincing me to just go do it, and I've been procrastinating.
Okay.
And so I did the video, but I nearly got sick to my stomach 3 times making that video.
But just a little bit of anxiety. Never hurt anyone.
Nope.
Hey, it took me 2 months to appear on the camera.
It took me. Oh my goodness, how many?
I was filming a video every day for 2 months before I appeared on the camera.
I'd rather not be on the camera. That's why I normally do it the way I do. But
No.
I'll kind of sort of pop into lives.
Yeah. I mean, the first time that we did it live, yeah, we were both pretty edgy and nervous, but the more you do it,
There's a chicken.
the better it gets.
No.
I love the little poop on the head. Oh, hold on.
Don't drop it.
I'm not. I got to turn off my fan.
Okay.
I had to turn off my fan.
Is that
This one,
is that
I think it's a girl.
is that a silky?
No. This
It's a-
one came from a blue egg.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
don't know what kind it is. Oh, come on, stop. This one likes to jump and peeps the loudest.
It's not a frizzle. No.
Mm-mm. It's got the dark legs.
Okay.
I want to get a
This one-
Polish frizzle.
I
Ruby
would
wants
love
Why?
Polish.
I'm
Polishes are so
Polish.
cute. I think
I'm
Polish.
Polish.
They
I
got their
need a
feathers up
Polish
there. Oh, yeah.
frizzle.
They're
If I
adorable.
get a Polish frizzle, you wouldn't be upset with me.
If I have a Polish frizzle, I'll be very happy.
Okay.
There you go. Know how to
But-
keep it quiet for 5 minutes now, Agent.
And here's
Haha. Never. But then Peanut might get upset with me.
No.
and this one came from a white egg.
Okay. That looks a little bit like ours, but then it's a day old, so it's hard to say.
And I think they're both queen. But I think they're both females because the wings, the wings here, they're not even. They're uneven. It's
Okay.
hard to say.
Yeah, Matthew, it's hard to get on cameras and trying to talk to it. And
Yeah.
it's even harder on live, doing a live by yourself.
Yeah.
Mate, you've-
Wireless is questioning it could be an Easter egg or an
Americana.
Yeah.
Kana.
Americana.
Yeah.
Americana. No, habla
I know.
Americana.
I know the woman that gave me the egg. She's got both kinds. She's got Easter egger. She's got Americana. She's got a bunch of different kinds.
Yeah.
Hey, Wild. If the Polish frizzles are bullies, well, they're just Polish.
Hey, look who's coming.
Exactly.
Look who's coming. Look who's coming. Look who's coming.
It's Wild.
Hey, Wild.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing, girl?
There's my little cookie.
Everyone's showing off their chicks. Here I am, chickless.
Well, yours is
We
just
got
going
lots more to share with you, Darren.
Well, don't you just have to look up, Darren?
We have 4 of these to share with Time to Shine. So
Yeah.
when they get a little bit bigger, they'll be going that way for them. These little ones, though, the little Brahma, this one here used to beat me up all the time whenever I put my hand in there, protecting the littler ones. Just look how tiny these guys are. The same age, but they can be feisty, man. They like come right at you and attack you. Pretty funny.
Yeah, cute.
Hey, Wild, did you get to see Evelyn? Our
Yes, I
Evelyn?
did. Very beautiful, Mamie.
Yeah, yeah.
Love it.
We needed an Evelyn.
Yeah.
Nettie says she had a chick this afternoon. There's chicks everywhere.
Our little Evelyn is right there. Right here. It's one of our rabbit brooders, or rabbit pens. We turn into an adult brooder there, teenage one.
Uh-huh.
Nettie, did your other two sheep have lambs yet?
I think she put a video on their channel about some lambs the other day, actually. Nettie, is that right? I remember seeing something about that. Cricket. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, they had another two
Yeah.
not so long ago.
Okay.
yeah. 2 more lambs.
Okay.
So not everyone's having cheeky.
Yeah, but
Some are having proper livestock.
Nettie had
I think so.
a chick had to sell one. There's chicks everywhere, which isn't a bad thing. But the chicks that we're hatching in incubator, they'll be making their way to the dinner table one day.
No, I wasn't calling you.
There was a storm the other day.
Yeah,
Was there? Did we? We didn't have a storm.
no, probably when it was really windy. I mean,
But storms tend to go, oh crap, it's Ipswich, and go,
around us, yes.
Are you guys finished lambing, Nettie, or is there still more to drop?
I've had 8 already.
8 lambs have dropped already. But are you expecting any more, Nettie, or has have all the years dropped?
There's still
Oh,
a
that's
lot of
better. We
little
can
lambs.
see you.
We can see you now. That's better.
There we go. Maybe I can figure it out eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
No, I don't need to try and figure out your phone too, honey.
How'd you go with catching the rabbits that they had gotten out wild?
Oh, we have all of them back now.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah. Yeah, we caught the last one with a male. We kind of let a male out that I know will stick around. And he got her distracted right away, and then I can grab her. It was the only thing that worked, man. Yeah, she kept taking off. But now she has friends in the neighborhood,
Yeah.
so she might have to stay around.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was going to go in the stewing pot.
yeah, but she made some friends while she was out and about.
Mike's there too. Oh no, Mike's there.
Hey, g'day, Mike.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
really screaming right now.
we can't see your face. Good on you.
stop the camera now. Yeah. Hiding.
There was a storm on Wednesday morning, was there?
Okay.
Okay then.
Hey,
Missed us.
hey, Wild, I think I recall on that review of that mousetrap that I did, you said that you were hoping that you could find something like that around where you live. I did actually, I think I put up a reply comment that I actually got actually messaged the company that does them, and unfortunately they don't ship to the USA at this point in time. But
What sort
I
of
did
trap
try
was it?
It's a live capture trap. It has the metal base, the wire cage around, and then on the top it's got a hole, and around the hole on the inside there's a series of wires poking down so the mouse can go down, but it can't get back out. I think some places it's called the Tomcat cat trap.
Cat trap?
Sorry,
Mouse trap.
mouse trap.
No way.
I really should watch your videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we watch yours.
I watch them occasionally.
Hang on.
I don't watch anyone's shorts, and everyone who knows me knows that.
Well, some
We
of
don't
them
just
shorts-
put up shorts.
I didn't say you
The
just
last
put up
couple of
shorts.
days.
I just said I don't watch shorts.
Yeah, nobody's watched our shorts anyway, so I think we've got about 14 views. What are you doing?
And I keep seeing yours pop up and thinking I need to watch that, but it generally pops up during the day when I'm doing something.
Yeah, I know you love us.
Yeah. Let me just get.
What are you doing? Oh, showing the trap off.
Darren, okay, let me try and get up for you. Where are we?
Yeah. No wikis.
Is it so that one there?
Yep.
That's one that I've got. Okay, that's called the Tomcat. The other one that I've got. Okay. The one that I did the review on.
Yeah, Matthew, you can get lucky on shorts. We've got one short that they'll did okay, but
The problem is shorts, they bring subs, but they're not subs that watch.
yeah.
I agree.
Well, actually,
Like
I don't
James-
think I've gotten any subs from shorts.
James at Petway, he got 6,000 subs off a short.
Yeah, I got 1,500 off of one video, off of one shorts, but they're not watching anything.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the mousetrap, or the style of mousetrap that I did the review on. You can actually get this one on eBay. There you go.
Hello, Keto Jess. Welcome.
Hello, Jeff.
So that's a safer option to your standard mousetrap?
It is, yes.
Apparently, it's more humane.
The safe option you can catch in that one I showed just then. It's made by a company called Big Cheese. You can catch up to 10 mice in it at one time, or you can get them catch 10 mice. Yeah. Hello, Jess.
So, Daz, what do you think of those traps that you've got?
Actually, oh,
90K views. Wow.
okay.
Yeah, I'm like James's one, he got 6,000 subs, he had 150,000 views. It was based around his Great Dane, and the views on the channel just didn't move.
Thanks for dropping in, Matthew. I hope that you stay safe and well and stay warm. Yes.
And we'll be watching your videos.
All right, mate, and get in touch with me if you need any help.
Yeah, Daz. I find a way to get rid of mice is just drop the whole thing in a container of water. Then, if you've got chooks, feed the mice to chooks, because I know we've got at least one mouse in the chook run.
Peanut.
Peanut,
Give Peanut a mouse.
she's happy. Plus, our neighbours have pythons as well.
Yes, my Emelyns love the mice. I tried to give one to the turkeys, and they didn't do anything with it. They like trampled it, and that was about it. So,
Okay.
but the chickens loved them.
Yeah. Oh, the chooks, they're omnivores, so yeah.
I didn't even think about giving them to the chooks. And a friend of John's, Annalise, she's right into her chooks and what have you. And she goes, "Oh, my chooks absolutely adore mice." Okay.
Yeah.
And so we threw a mouse in there, and Peanut took it and run. And she would not let anyone near her with her mouse.
Yeah,
My mouse.
yeah, we did it at Time to Shines there. We caught a mouse up that was bugging Angel there for a little while. We got it in the mouse trap and threw it out for the chickens, and they loved it. So every time Shadow leaves one around, we'll throw it in with the Emmelyns. They love them. So the little ones, I don't think they would right now, but I give them worms and bugs, and they like the grasshoppers. Now I can't wait to find them.
Yeah. I find it, if I want a bit of entertainment, I'll catch some grasshoppers and crickets, down in the veggie patch, and I'll take them to the chooks, and one will snatch a grasshopper, and it's like the Benny Hill show. They're all chasing one chook with the grasshopper.
If mine want a grasshopper, they can get off their butts and look for it themselves.
Oh,
I find they'll still run away with it, though, even though when no one's chasing them. They'll still run away all through the other chickens, like, here, look what I got, come chase me for it.
I'll occasionally will let the chooks down into take them down to the veggie patch so they can play Jurassic Park and
Yeah.
G'day, Laurie. Good doing?
I like to chase the firefly, the grasshoppers down toward my chicken coop because they try to get away from me, and they'll sit there crawling into the side of the coop, and the chickens will get them.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm out in the
wise.
when I'm out in the garden, if I find any grubs, I'll get my little shovel and I'll put them in with the chickens. And my one chicken loves to grab at them, and she'll eat them. She won't let any other chickens get them. She's very spoiled.
When I find a curl grub in the veggie patch when I'm digging around it, I'll
I don't think the Americans would know what a curl grub is.
A curl grub.
A long grub.
They don't know a curl grub. Okay, it's about when they're grown, they're about
them things
as big as my little finger, but when you dig them out of the soil, they're actually curled around into a C shape, hence the name. And their heads, the head is dark brown, the body is white, and the abdomen area is a bit of a grey colour because of the intestines. But I just find one, I'll dig it out and I'll put it aside and give it to the chooks, and they just go absolutely nuts.
I was pulling weeds the other day. And under one weeds I pulled up, there was a big one, and it was like that big. I took my little hand shovel and put it in the coop. I will not touch worms or grubs or anything like that with my bare hands. I don't do it. I have a bag of black soldier fly larvae from Grubterra, and I started giving that to my chickens the other day, and I put a glove on because I do not touch them.
Fair
I will
enough.
not.
See, I want to know what's going on. All you folks in America get offered this grub terror, and Tammy was getting offered coffee to put on her channel. Yes, coffee.
I don't have my address out there, so nobody's offering me anything.
Well, it was. She got an email on it.
Yeah.
Grubterra emailed me. They said they were doing a collaboration with channels all over YouTube, and asked.
Yeah, I don't have my
email.
email out there either, so I should start doing that though.
Put your email up. I mean, that was the first time in 3 years someone had contacted me.
Yeah.
And so I took them up
Okay.
on their offer for the first bag free grubs
Yeah,
from
that's
them.
cool.
And I got it, and I started getting them to the chickens the other day, and they love them.
Yeah, it sounds like a really cool thing. I don't think I want to grow my own soldier flies, but I'd buy them.
Well,
So,
hello, Robert.
G'day, Grandpa.
Hello, Robert.
How you
I
doing,
can
Robert?
say I wouldn't mind growing them, but I wouldn't mind going through all of that to get them out.
Hey, Mark.
That looks kind of
Good morning.
disgusting.
Here's
Hey,
trouble.
Mark.
How you doing?
Hi, Mark.
How's everybody been?
Been good, mate.
Mark,
How have you been doing?
were you watching the comments in your live the other day?
No, I just set the camera up. What happened?
People were saying hi to you and telling you to wave to the camera and stuff like that.
Oh, I just set the camera up and just started working in the yard and just, shot some video. I just shooting sound right now is what I'm into. I'm just trying to shoot sound for like background noises or background soundtracks in my videos. And I
So
don't know,
you're getting all
trying to get back
Yoko
in the
Ono.
groove. Tying my shoe. Trying to get back in the groove. When Dad died, that whole process sort of set me back, and still trying to recover from it. I mean, it's been one bomb after another. We're still
It'll
dealing
get
with all
better.
that stuff.
Yeah.
His house being caught on fire. We're still trying to settle with the insurance company on the house.
Oh, wow.
Life insurance. It paid a little bit, but if there's like $300,000 that is available if they claim that he didn't die of natural causes. And, we know he was kidnapped, murdered, his house burned down, and the
Oh my
state is still
God.
saying he died of natural causes. So
What?
it's a mess.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
But, whatever.
What the heck?
Well, I hope it all works out.
That's it.
I mean,
Okay.
it was good seeing you live the other day, even though you were doing it with the sounds.
Thank you so
What?
much. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. What kind of grapevine is that you have in your yard?
It's a Concord grape, and the grapevine actually, when my son planted it, he cut it down at the ground, and I told him he was making a huge mistake doing that. He hit it with a weed eater, and it is the only grapevine that survived and grew out of the 8 or 10 that we planted. So I guess he showed Dad,
I have two that on the arch I built for Shed Wars. I have Concord and I have Niagara, and my Concord is like 3 times the size of the Niagara already.
Yeah.
They're
Hang on.
doing great, but I got to string it up more so it can go up the
Yeah.
arch.
Did you say Niagara or Viagra? I couldn't quite.
Niagara.
Oh, okay.
I didn't start this conversation. I'll participate.
I know you didn't.
But you're a willing participant.
Oh yeah, let's have some fun.
Them grapes grow tall.
Let's go walk down along the side of the creek.
No, we're
That's
not doing
always
it.
fun.
I don't even know if I can get down there. The grass has gotten so tall. I don't even know if I can get down there. work dried up as well. Like we were rolling, and I didn't even shoot any video. Like the last 3 weeks I went out, I was all over the country, Minnesota, Delaware, Montana, and I didn't even shoot any video of any of that stuff. I just, hadn't felt like shooting any video, so I hadn't shot much video.
Okay. Fair enough. Yes.
I didn't think that would happen to me, but it did.
Yeah.
It will.
Yeah.
And I've had times where I've been burnt out from doing videos and other personal
Okay.
stuff in the past happening behind YouTube scene and stuff like that, and I stopped doing videos for like a month.
Yeah, it's for fun, and I enjoy just really the videos that I'm shooting now are more like what I intended my channel to be back in the beginning. It's just sort of a record keeping thing for me, and if somebody wants to watch and pick up a few tips, they can. But I'm just doing my thing and just enjoying my experience with the camera and trying to get the best shots. Really shooting a lot more video than I used to put out a little bit of content.
Well, I suppose that that's the important thing. You do it because you want to, and because not because you have to, or you've got to pump out videos, or you've got to make it a certain quality. You do it because you enjoy doing what you're doing. That's probably the most important thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've got to have time. I mean, with job and everything else going on for me right now, it's just there's not a lot of extra time, and it's, I don't know, maybe I'm weak. Just this dad thing took a lot out of me. It took a lot of wind out of my sails for just zest of life. I didn't realize that losing my dad was going to affect me as hard as it has.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Even when your parent or parents die of a natural cause, it's one of the most traumatic experiences that you will experience in life. It's there's no other way to put it. So even that takes the wind out of his sails. But to lose a parent in such tragic circumstances, a lot of people would end up in a fetal position in a corner, rocking back and forth.
Yeah. Mom is looking to get. She's wanting us all to go to some therapy, and at first thought that sounds like a terrible idea, but it might be good. There's a lot of things we can work out in some therapy with some tools. I just don't like putting my brain in other people's hands and having them dissect where I need to make improvements. That's not really something that's.
Well,
That's like something that'll build someone a career, though, Mark. Trying to straighten you out.
Yeah.
yeah.
Therapy.
Don't worry, they need a long time for that. You can just go in and have a couple of sessions and you'll be okay.
Yeah, I think I'll be fine. Therapy does provide some tools, right? Once you identify the root cause of what's going on, you still have to do the work to improve the interaction of yourself with the situations around you that create the stressors. Therapy is just really good at helping you identify some things that need to be improved. You still got to do the work to improve or not, but it's a beneficial tool.
What you mustn't forget is that what you do learn and do work with, you got to bear in mind it's not an overnight fix. It could be months or years, but it's a work that puts into motion. And when you go to like counselling or therapy, so from my experience, you're not handing your brain, you're letting someone in to where your emotions are and where your state is. They're not going to hypnotize you and program you. you're letting them in to your personal space, so they can help you. Help you to sort things out for yourself, and give you the means to do that.
Hey, Nanya. Thanks for popping in.
Well, it's like
Hey, Nanya.
the agent says.
Yeah.
My stepdaughter, she's going to become a psychologist, and she's been doing it for the last 3 years. It's online. She's got to do it for 8 years. She's using what she has, the hard time she had in her life growing up, and there are times her and I will video chat, and she has, by the things she's telling me she's doing with her classes, it's actually, it hits home a lot. It's like one of the biggest things recently she had to deal with one of the classes was dealing with grief of losing a family member or a parent. She lost her dad 4 years ago, cancer, and she's seen a lot of things going on. It's helped her cope with a lot of things by her doing that. And in our talks, like one time we were talking about her doing classes and this and that. We ended up talking for like 7 hours.
Yeah.
And by her talking about her classes, it made her realize the things she was seeing in her family, some of the things she was seeing with her husband. And it clicked on some of the things that she couldn't figure out from things in the past of her life. So it is a big help. It is.
It is. I mean, with my sessions I've been to, and with the retrospective thinking that it helped me do, it helped me to realize that probably the onset of troubles that I had was started back when I was 6 with my year 1 teacher.
Yeah. I've tried getting my son to go to counseling since his dad passed away, but he's very hard-headed and stubborn.
Yeah.
And it's like since my husband passed away, it's like he's turned into an introvert hugely. And I mean, the first couple of years after my husband passed away, my son and I it was bad. We would argue every day, to where at a point I told my stepdaughter, come get your brother for a week or 2. I need a break from him. And she came up from Florida and got him, and a week later, him and I were video chatting, and he was apologizing for everything. And he came back home, and I make it a point, if he wants mom time, he gets it. Even if it's just him sitting next to me and we're doing our own things, for him, that's mom time.
And that's important.
Yeah. Especially because he's gonna be 15.
Yeah.
And there's a stigma with that sort of thing, especially being a male is I'm too macho, I'm weak. If I go to therapy, I'm weak. If I have to have help with my emotions, and and that's not the case. It's men just as well as
it's a man thing, but it's a woman thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to slap him around the face and say, "You need a counsellor." Go.
And I did. I did.
Yeah.
I did.
I didn't realize how unhealthy I was. I don't know, probably 10, 12 years ago, my brother went through some therapy, and I thought he was a big sissy for going through it. And he started bringing home, like you say, he started telling me, what he was going through. And so I started practicing some of the things that he was going through in therapy. And it really helped clean up inside my head a bunch. And my relationship with my family improved. My relationship with the people around me improved. And there was just a lot of little things. I started looking at people different. I started looking at people as, instead of competition for place, it was more of a, we're all messed up, and how can I help you recover from what you've been through and appreciate you for what you've been through. And maybe the way that you're reacting to what I'm saying and what I'm doing is because of something that happened to you in the past and has little to do with what a quality person you are. It has to do with some emotional baggage you're carrying through. And when I started viewing people like that, you realize just how amazing the people around you really are. And, you know, they may be working through some stuff and you don't know what they've been through recently either, you know, like they could have lost a job. They could have lost somebody they love. They could have been through something traumatic. You know, there's lots of things that affect the way people interact with each other. And when you can kind of stand outside of that and look at the relationship from the outside in, it helps a bunch. But
absolutely, I mean, it's probably one of the driving or main reasons why I did some training with work a couple of years ago to become an accredited mental health first aider. So, you know, having experienced it and gone through what I've done, I figured I was in a good position to help other people who might not be traveling so well. Plus, also, if there's any blokes who are traveling, I could be like, dare say, an example of say, hey, I've done it. It ain't that bad. It takes more guts to say I need help for bloke to say I need help than is to bottle it up and let it rot you from the inside out.
Yeah. It's like my son's friends, some of my son's friends, if they find out that they're trying to keep him quiet from doing things and they find out he's told me what they've done or what he's done, they're like, why do you tell your mom? And I tell him, I said, because I'd rather get mad at my son telling me the truth than get disappointed with him lying to me and I find out later.
Yeah.
My son tells me if he does something stupid, he may not tell me at that day, but he will tell me. And I'd rather have him tell me and be open and honest with me about anything and everything. My kids can ask me anything, and I will tell them the truth. I've never lied to them about anything. If they ask me,
absolutely.
is this real? Is that real? No, it's not. I've had family stop talking to me because we've always been open and honest with our kids about everything.
See, I'm the kind of person therapy does not work for. I've tried a couple therapists, that sort of thing, and it does not work for me. Talking to friends works, and me adjusting my own headspace.
Yeah,
that's what works for me.
Mark.
My daughter's home.
Like I said to Daz in his video about his issues, my depression's been so bad I've been sitting on the side of a freeway watching trucks go by, thinking 2 steps.
Yeah.
You know,
so
Darren,
I've been down there.
I went through that with this dad thing. I was like, I'm going to end it all. You know, I'm done. I'm going to commit suicide. And that's been something I've dealt with since I was a little kid, is suicidal thoughts. It's, you know, just something that because of the abuse that I endured as a child, it was easier to end it all than deal with life. Yeah. And this last time, I just let myself explore it. I was like, okay, big boy, you want to kill yourself? How are you going to do it? And I just went through like every variation of how I could possibly end my life. And I got sick of thinking about it. I was like, this is ridiculous. And so I forced myself to continue to think about it and continue to develop ways of killing myself till I was so exhausted of thinking of killing myself, it was not an option anymore. And
that's the way to do it.
I haven't had many of those thoughts since. It was like, you know, it was just ridiculous that I would even begin to think that. The trauma that I would leave behind, you know, with my wife and family and kids. And it's just like, why would I want to do that to them? So, you know, it's, Darren, I understand the depression to the point of suicidal thoughts. It's something that I still to this day struggle with. I mean, that may not be something you want to hear. I mean, but it's I mean, the reality of my existence anyway.
My making knives is a defiance. because
totally get it.
like I'd walk past sharp objects thinking it'd be so easy to have an accident, and that way the kids just find out I had an accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, a broken window on a work site. I had an accident.
There's a time, Mark, a while ago, for about 3 months, every day I was thinking about queuing on the wrong end of a 12 gauge, and the only thing that stopped me was the thought of my kids what they would be thinking and what they'd be saying.
Yeah.
And that's what got me through that.
Yeah, I came up with perfect excuses and how it was going to be and that sort of thing. When you get that deep down, you actually aren't thinking of anyone but yourself. You think they will be better off if I'm not there.
Yeah.
So as I said, for me, making knives is a defiance of that.
Yeah.
I make the sharpest knives possible, and it's like it's just a defiance of that.
Yeah. And Nettie, that just saying what Nettie put up there, that's absolutely shocking, Nettie.
Yeah.
Absolutely shocking.
Oh yeah, I went through that after I had my daughter, and especially after I had my son, because when my son was a baby, at 3 weeks old he started getting what's called pyloric stenosis. The muscle that opens your stomach up to let the contents out, closed off, so he was pretty much starving to death, and we weren't getting hardly any sleep at all, and there were times I was dealing with depression from that. It's like, my son would be better off not having a mom. And I also went through, after my husband passed away, with all the troubles I was having with my son, and then it started happening with me and my daughter, and I was like, okay. I was to a point where I was getting ready to talk to my stepdaughter and say, come get him, because I'm not going to be here anymore. And I got talking with a friend of mine, and her and I talked. Kids left like 7 o'clock in the morning for school that day, and we talked till 4 o'clock in the evening. And if it wasn't for talking to her, it totally changed the way I think and everything else. Because when you get in a spot and you don't think that you're going to be in that spot, that you don't, a lot of people, when they say, oh yeah, you're dealing with depression, yeah, it's not as easy to get out of as people think. It's not. But I had to find other ways, and that's when I started doing my crocheting more. I started doing videos. Me doing my YouTube channel in the beginning, that was my escape. That was me, because I had nobody here. I have no family here. When we moved into this house, I didn't know anyone around here, so I was by myself. So me starting YouTube was my way of healing and getting out of that depression. And
I
that's
get
helped
that.
a lot.
I get that because, like, I am actually agoraphobic, and I hate going out, and I hate people coming to my house. But it's different doing YouTube. I'm still talking to people, but they're not in my house.
Exactly.
And I don't have to go out and see those people.
It's like, I love having neighbors, but I
I
don't belong.
totally get that.
I belong out in the country. I do not belong in a city. I've never felt at home in the city. Now going out to the country.
Hey, Carolyn, thank you for popping
I'm at
in.
home.
You're all welcome to my house this way, but I'm not, getting you guys all a cup of tea when you show up at my door.
Oh, I'm coming. I'm on my way.
That's fine. There's the cupboard. There's the kettle.
I have just dropped a couple links in the chat for Lifeline and Beyond Blue. if anyone is feeling suicidal in Australia, get in touch with both of those.
That's awesome.
Thanks, Sharon.
Thank you, Darren. But
That's
it's
okay.
good that we can talk about our individual journeys and what's happened to us.
Yeah.
Like I've seen a lot to being a funeral director for over 20 years, dealing with suicides and what have you. But I think it's great that people can talk about it more these days.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
suck it up, princess, and get over it.
And it's all of us that are talking about it and talking about it and talking about it that gets others to know that, hey, I'm not alone. It's okay. I can get through this too. Right?
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
As I said, I was on the point
just
of
up
I
here.
was about to step out of the car and take those 2 steps. Someone called me and stopped that. If I didn't receive that phone call, I wouldn't be here.
Wow.
Yeah, who's your
I'm glad
guardian?
you got that call.
That comes back to the discussion that we normally have in private.
the thing is, when there's no one there to stop you,
Okay.
Yes, someone was looking
I
out for me
almost
that day.
I almost walked out in front of an ambulance, and there was no one there to hold me back. And I had to think, you know what? Do I really, really want to do this? And you have to like quick think, and it's like, no, I want to be here. And then you got to keep remembering that. So when you feel like that again, no, I don't really want to do that, right? And just keep building on it. Because usually when you have depression, it will come back, you know? And you just got to remember the coping strategies to get through that. So,
What type of blueberries are those ones, Mark?
I think these are called Southern High Bush, and
That thing is huge.
yeah, it's taller than I am.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And you're not a little man.
Not a little man.
You're fairly
They're-
tall too.
5'4".
They're delicious. Do what?
How tall are you, Mark?
About 6'4".
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm sort of a
Please.
tall guy.
Same
That makes me
height
feel like a midget.
as Agent.
Okay.
I'm 5'2". I'm tiny compared to him.
Yeah, you're tiny.
Yeah, well,
Chickens
They
Agent's
look
6'4".
delicious.
They are. They're really good. We were going to make pancakes. Jessica said she's not going to her parents, so we're going to spend the day in the yard together. She said she was going to get up with me this morning, and we were going to feed the kids a country breakfast. And she's still in bed, and I haven't woken her up yet. So,
and you know what, Mark? All that food is what makes us feel good.
is what makes us what?
Feel good. It's lift
Oh, yeah.
sunshine, all of that. It's all good for us. Oh, nice.
Someone's in the middle of laying.
Yeah, they used to lay right here. And, my dog got in here and ate all the eggs. Come on, y'all. Come on.
There's still 3 Australs that are going into freezer camp.
Let's go, girls.
Yes, my freezer can's been busy.
You got some pretty ones there,
Yeah,
Mark.
we're fighting out of
Oh,
about
beautiful roosters.
Australs are going into freezer camp because they're freaking noisy. They've decided they're not hens, they're roosters.
Yeah.
So I want 3 in freezer camp. He goes, no, just 2. Yeah,
So
you're not
my
the one
Australs
that
are
has to
really
hear 'em.
quiet.
You okay,
The
big
rooster
boy?
I've got left is
He doesn't look good.
no.
I'm listening.
The rooster I've got left isn't making any sort of noise.
Oh, he's fine.
But probably because every other rooster that's
Gay.
made noise has disappeared.
Your rooster's gay.
No, No, that one's gone. He went to freezer camp.
Oh,
This
we're
is-
all doing heights now. All right. I'm 5'8". There you go. An agent 6'4".
Oh, I
I'm-
love this.
I am 5'8" too. But like my little girl, Austral, she's really quiet and retiring. And she's just started laying. I was so proud.
Jandera knew what this was when I showed this earlier.
What is that?
It's a sea holly, is what she called it, and then it's got another name that I can't pronounce, but it's really a great plant.
Sorry, I
Do you
had
have
to.
do you have the pink lemonade blueberry bushes over there, Mark?
I do not.
You need to get them. They're delicious. I've got
Okay.
2 of them. I'm serious. They're sweeter than a regular blueberry, and they do have that little bit of lemon flavor in there. They're so good.
Nice.
I tried some.
Bradley, you would be just shy of 6 foot.
My neighbor across the street has some blueberry bushes, and one of them is a pink lemonade. And a few years ago, when we were still on talking terms, she let me finally get some blueberries, and off of 4 plants, I got 9 pounds of blueberries. And
Holy moly.
one of those blueberry bushes is a pink lemonade. And I told my son, I said, I will get more of these. I will get my own blueberry bushes that are these. So I've got 2 pinks out there, and I got 3 blues. And I'm hoping next year they have berries on them.
Okay, Nettie, what do I need to do with this? I got 2 questions for you. My hyssop is starting to bloom. What do I need to do with that? Oh, she's gone. She's gone.
Nettie, you mean Garrowen?
No, wild edibles.
Ah.
And then I was wanting to get a verification on what this plant is. Does anybody know? I think I know, but I'm wanting somebody else to identify it so I know for sure. I know.
Looks like wild lettuce.
This one?
Looks a bit like.
The leaves are really prickly, especially when they're young. I think it's stinging nettles, but
It might be stinging nettles. That's what I was thinking.
yeah, I'm not sure. It sort of popped up here. I don't remember planting any nettles.
I have a plant app on my phone. Hold on, let me see which one it is.
It's getting ready to pop.
It's called Picture This.
Okay.
I
don't know if it'll work on
You
this.
can get it in the Google Play Store.
Okay.
It's free, and
See if
that's
you'll
how I've been.
see if your picture of this will pick up the picture on the screen.
That'll be interesting.
I'll try and hold it still.
Wild saying, yeah, it looked like it nettle, but you're not saying ouch.
I'm not saying what?
Ouch.
I did earlier. When they were little, they really had a lot of prickles on them. Now that they're flowering, they don't seem to be as prickly.
Hold the camera still.
All right.
She's bossy, isn't she?
No,
Whatever you say, madam.
it's not taking.
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Whatever you say, ma'am.
Are we done yet, Mom?
That is.
It's ma'am, not mom.
Oh, sorry.
Just don't say madam. That's something totally different.
I know that ain't right. It said
What is it?
marijuana. I was like, that ain't right.
All right.
Yeah, that. I was like, that don't even look like the same thing.
I've seen that on somebody's channel. I know what that looks like.
Yeah, I know
He's
that was
growing
like, but I ain't
marijuana.
nowhere near what you got.
Why do you do that on camera? Really? You're going to do that on camera?
Yep.
Your favorite moment in time, and you're going to scratch your butt. All right. Let's see if I can go back now.
It's a bobcat.
Let's see.
That's grass.
That is
Not
great.
marijuana.
Oh,
And not that fancy grass either.
no.
No.
Comment. I've been mowing grass this morning. This electric lawnmower I got works great, but I need about 3 or 4 times the batteries to mow the grass that I've got.
No.
It just
Petrol.
the battery doesn't last. It is nice to not buy gas, though. I will say that.
I was thinking about getting one of those battery operated mowers for my yard because I don't have that big of a yard. And I'm
Yep.
tired of pulling my weed whacker out and having 200-foot extension cords just so I can get the grass cut out back and on the side.
Yep. Wrong button.
They're all dropping out now.
Yeah, I think he hit the wrong button. He was reaching across for something.
Obviously. No. We'll put him back on.
Trying
There
to
he is.
change the camera angles, and it's hard on a phone, you know.
Well, it is when you got fat fingers.
Yeah. City girl, I was listening while I was multitasking. You know how it is.
Yeah. Oh, I know. But because the price of the mowers, it's like I'll just hire a couple friends to do my yard, and that's what I've been doing. I
Yeah.
have a guy that used to live down the street. He's living over by a friend's house. He said he'd come over to my
Maybe
yard.
you
And
don't
for my side,
apologize.
$20. So
Yeah.
he'll be
You
coming over
can
soon.
get a lot of yard cuts for $20 for the price of a mower.
Yep, and recently he's been knocking on the door, and I've been having my son go out because when I'm working, I can't take these things off and just go answer a door. I have to deal with the customers because it's emergency roadside assistance. And he saw me last night. He's like, "You didn't have to send your son out." I was like, "Yeah, I did." I was like, "I can't just leave the phone and go." I said, "I'm dealing with customers all day long." And I told him all the hours I've been working lately, and he goes, "No wonder no one's seeing you. I thought you were sick." I was like, "No, I've been working." A lot of people don't realize what goes into people answering calls for roadside assistance.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
It's a lot, especially when you're dealing with. I mean, some of the coolest states I've gotten calls from are Hawaii and Alaska.
Oh, wow. So you nationwide call service?
I answer calls for 28 different companies,
Okay.
insurance companies, and Progressive is the biggest one we get calls for. But getting calls, I mean, I've gotten, let's see, South Carolina, Arkansas, Georgia, Florida, Jersey. I've gotten a couple calls from my hometown in Jersey. A lot of out west California, Alaska, Hawaii. But it's interesting. I get because you see their last names sometimes when it pops up, and some of the names that I've had to try saying, and I've told customers if I butcher your last name, I apologize, because seeing the spelling, I can pronounce it in my head, but seeing the spelling, I can't. But I love my job. I do. I love answering calls and helping people, even though some people may have a little more, be more butt-headed than others. But I can understand their situations because I've been in some of their situations.
They're not calling you because they're in a good situation. They're calling
no.
you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
no,
I'm
a lot of times it's for flat tires,
You like the
Yes, I will.
and or they just need like their battery jump or something like that, or their. I had one lady, she was freaking out and cussing me out because she locked her keys in the car and she was cussing me out and everything. It's like, ma'am, I'm not. I'm like, I'm trying to help you here. I'm having to call 20 different people to find someone that will actually come out and help you.
Yeah.
And she's cussing me out because she locked her keys in her car. It's like, okay. So those are the days where I take a deep breath and it's like, I really don't want to handle some things today.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't help that you lock your keys in your car.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Darren, I noticed you're building knives. Do you ship
mate.
to the United States?
Yes, I do.
I need a knife.
You've got my Facebook. Message me.
Okay, I will. That's
We can
awesome.
sort that out.
My brother collects knives. I'd like to get him one for Christmas.
Where are we? June. Yeah, I can probably manage Christmas.
Okay, cool. I think
My
the
son-
quality will be worth the wait.
My son
I
was
like to
showing
think
off
so.
some of Darren's knives to a friend of his yesterday.
And
Darren's getting a lot of compliments on the different materials he uses for some of his handles.
what's the most exotic material you've used, Darren?
The most exotic one I've used, probably purple heartwood.
That's a beautiful wood.
See, our exotic's different from your exotic. Like the plain Jane stuff I've got to use exotic
Yeah.
in timbers. But like I've done deer horn and that sort of thing. I've got some water buffalo horn. But
I
let's
can
see.
send you some of this.
no, they're not our chicks.
They're mine, Jandera.
Can I send this to Australia?
No, you can't.
Why not? It's just nice
Quarantine
making,
laws.
nice making materials.
Nope. No untreated animal products. But like on that,
Yeah.
and that's just a bog standard piece of Australian cypress.
Nice. That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
Pretty.
it's nothing fancy.
Have you used sassafras, Darren?
I have used sassafras.
How do you find that?
Yeah, it's not too bad. This one here is for someone.
That's a beautiful wood.
Wow.
Okay.
Is that root wood?
It's burwood.
Okay.
And yeah, can't think of the name of it at the moment. This one here for Rick at Lala.
Because
That one's for Rick at Lala Farms.
Oh yeah.
Jandera missed out. Heroin.
It's beautiful.
She's a good double chick though.
That's number one.
That's nugget number one.
Nugget number one.
Oh, don't jump out, Lord of mercy. Get over here.
Don't you love when they're-
My computer.
Don't you love when the chicks are getting them out?
Yeah. Yeah. Boom, boom.
Wrong chicks.
That was the first one out, got a one. And Betty's getting the other two, I believe. Here they come.
Give it a couple more days. They'll try jumping off your hand.
Manners. Manners. There you go, Grandma Gerwin. There's
One's hiding.
3 of your. Got Nugget 1, Nugget 2, and Evelyn.
Evelyn.
And
Evelyn.
and one's
I couldn't
Oh.
name my birds. I'm gonna butcher.
and one's working its way out at present.
Might get a name
Okay.
whether they're getting butchered or not.
Well, all mine have names.
So these 3 are actually in a breeder now. And eating and drinking and shitting.
And doing well.
I'm quite happy to sit down to a meal that I know the name of.
Yeah.
Look at these guys.
Jason, they can't see them, but they,
They'll sit on top of each other. It's funny.
yeah.
They're curling up in my hands.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Harvey.
Hi, Harvey.
Nice line,
come
mate.
on.
They're going back now.
Come on, we put you back to bed.
Nice and heavy. I like that. Yeah. Yeah. So we're actually quite chuffed with what we've achieved. That's the first time I've ever done any incubating. So I'm, to even get 3, I'm actually quite chuffed. But hoping for more.
Yeah, see, I'm lazy. The girls can do the incubating for me once the weather starts to warm up.
Yeah, well, that's what we're going to do. But I'm actually thinking because Viv Pep took Peanut because she was hatched, like I say, normally and raised by a hen. I'm hoping that she will have the tendency to go broody as well, so we can put eggs under her too.
I'm hoping my Rhode Island Red goes broody, but I'm thinking I still have an egg eater out in my coop. Because
That's not good.
No. And if it's who I think it is, I don't want him to go. I'm thinking it's my
Okay.
rooster. And my rooster is it's a barred rock. He's gorgeous.
Mhm.
But the other day I was looking in the coop and he started pecking at the one egg that was in there and I stopped him.
Roll away.
Okay.
I have to get the stuff for that once my new card comes in. My one debit card got hacked last week and $150 was taken off my card. So I had to get the card locked and I'm waiting on the new one to come in so I can get stuff to work on some things for my coop.
Okay.
It needs to come in. It's driving me nuts. I'm impatient when it comes to that stuff.
So what's the weather like there? Did it like you guys are like Darren? I see you're in a plaid flannel and Boddington, you've got a jacket on. That
Yeah.
it was
They're actually colder up there than I am down here.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Weird.
it got in the hundreds here yesterday, which is like
You can
35,
keep it.
38 degrees Celsius.
You can keep
Yeah.
that, Mark. I like my 80s right now.
Yeah,
I don't
it-
want to think about that yet.
we've been getting a lot of rain too. This has been a
Yeah.
warm, wet, early summer. I hope that means that we're going to have a lot of moisture through July and August.
We're down in the 50s at the moment, getting down to 43s, probably the lowest during the week.
Oh, that's beautiful weather. Beautiful weather.
Hey,
It's
Mark,
cold weather.
have you had any of the flooding over there near you that I've seen
Uh,
on the Weather Channel?
The flooding is not in my area. Not sure. I need to go back to the creek and look, but I'm
Adam's
scared to go
back
back
at
there.
it. Let's go.
G'day, Adam.
Hi, Adam.
or should
But
we
yeah,
say
I've been watching on. I forget what part of Arkansas it is on the Weather Channel.
Uh-huh.
All the flooding that's been going on over there because all the rain you guys been getting.
Yeah, this Arkansas is basically a swamp between
Low gate.
Texas and Oklahoma, Ozark, you
Mhm.
know, that band that runs down the Red River, and then the Ozarks. It's kind of that basin that catches all of that water. It's basically a swamp all the way down to Louisiana. I was noticing that this week when they cut the trees down. We are a lot more swampy than we are, you know, mountainous or even prairie here.
Yeah, it's flooding down in Victoria as well. Not far from you, Darren, is it?
At Gippsland way.
So how far in hours is that from you? Drive.
A couple hours.
It's been pretty bad too.
For a while here, for like 2 months we had no rain, and I had planted seeds out in my garden, and even though I was watering it, the birds were just digging them up because the ground was cracking, and it's showing it, and it's like I have to put more seeds out there to see if I can get anything else in my garden. I have my tomato plants are doing good. I'm getting tomatoes.
Have you thought about putting down some weed mat and burning holes in the weed mat to plant your seeds, Terry? Oh, okay, you got that. Cool.
That I
Okay.
bought tulle to put over some of the plants that are coming up because I do have a lot of volunteer plants coming up, and plants that
That's
I
cool.
put in the fall that decided to come up. Was like for fall I put in radishes, beets, carrots, and Swiss chard. None of my Swiss chard grew in fall and winter, and now I've got like 10 plants of Swiss chard out there. And I've never eaten it, so I'm gonna be trying it in the next couple of days to see if I like it.
It's
Okay.
better. Chard is better young and fresh. When it gets older,
They're only about this big. They're like maybe just under a foot tall.
yeah, I would pick some leaves early and give them a good fertilize, and they'll take off on you. They'll really come on, stimulate them to grow.
No, because of where I am, because you're probably in this pretty much same zone as me, because I'm
You're-
8A.
Yeah, you're getting a lot more sunlight where you're at than I am. It's
Okay.
amazing just going that little bit north, how much more sunlight. Like when I was, I'm trying to think of on I-80, I-90, which is like South Dakota. And up
Yeah,
in,
I know where
north,
it's at.
yeah. They're not getting dark until like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. And in Arkansas, we're getting dark like 8:30. Sun comes up a little bit earlier there as well. So in the north, they're already getting more sunlight than we are below
Yeah.
the Tropic of Cancer, the
Yeah.
Mason-Dixon line, basically. Yeah.
Welcome
See
aboard,
what-
Robert.
What does Swiss chard taste like?
Like it's got a little spicy flavor, but it's not as demanding as a radish, and it's a really good kind of general
Wild
green. It's
style.
got more flavor than greens do, you know.
Because, I mean, I love collard greens. Turnip greens I'm not that fond of, but I
It-
will eat them.
It's a lot like a cross between a turnip green and a mustard green.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's got an iron sort of taste to it.
yeah, good description.
Okay.
Have
I'll
you
have to
done-
give it a try.
Have you ever heard of?
I love her work. Her work is excellent.
Have you heard of a variety of
So
stage called?
when I found Wild Edibles channel, she was doctoring bunnies that had some sort of issue with her bunnies were losing their fur, and she was
Yeah.
looking for natural solutions to fix her bunny issues.
You know what it was?
What was
It
it?
was the deep bedding was melting too quickly, and it was becoming a compost pile. So the
Yeah.
bunnies didn't need their fur; they molted early.
Oh, wow.
So we just had to clean it out and put the new in, and it was all good. They started growing their fur back. So there is usually a natural reason why things are happening and how to fix it. You just got to look into it. That's all.
You really changed my thinking on that, and helped me look at things in a different way. You really deepened my understanding of the natural process. I tell you who else did that for me was Claire. When she put together her companion planting early in Shed Wars, and she was
Yep.
talking about mints and some of these other plants. I've got that video saved in one of my private lists to go back and really listen to what she's saying. And
Yep.
she's stimulated me to create, and Wild Edibles does the same thing. These companions, sometimes using a natural companion instead
Yeah.
of a forced companion.
Like using my weeds right now to protect the garden from all the heat and dryness. The sun chokes really, they'll hold water in the sand in that root, and they're really a thick plant. So I'm kind of just learning about how they save the ground during drought, because they got that big starchy root and that big tall plant full of water, right? So they're kind of protecting the garden and they'll shade it, but you have to make sure they don't choke it out, right? So you got to pull when they get too big or in your way. Somebody was talking about, well, when do you pick? Oh, it's Lori. When do you pick your rhubarb? I told her when it gets in the way and you don't want to deal with it anymore, get it out of there. Because the leaf was taking over the whole area of her little bed there. I'm like, take it out if it's in your way. Get her out of there. So, like the sunchoke here, this is full of sunchoke. But that garden is only sand, right? And we put some wood chips in there, but the sunchoke, like it's dried out right here, burnt right out. And that's only grass. But the sunchoke right beside it, same amount of sun, if not, this gets more, and it's better off. So now what I have to do is go through and pull a lot of those sunchoke or break them off, feed them to the rabbits and the chickens, and let the other stuff grow. So,
Yeah, she's
Something
growing
called,
stuff I want to grow. I want
Can you
to try growing rhubarb here. I don't
Can
know
you
if I
put
can or
her
not.
up on like the main screen so we're just seeing what she's showing us?
Hang on, I'll get
it's
it
been
going.
so dry, Mark. My seedlings I couldn't put in yet. All of these tomatoes and everything.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah, all of these tomatoes and everything, I can't even plant them yet. I dig down, like, in the dirt, it's all sand. I just put a Shed Wars video up showing what it looks like after a rain, and it's still dry. So,
That sounds like me.
yeah, and the only reason why I have not a burnt out lawn is all of this perennial and a hole in water.
Yeah.
It knows what to do with it, right? And
What is your
annual,
What is
all
your
these
soil
annuals,
like?
sand.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all sand here. I think what it happened was when the town was made, they backfilled with sand and put a little layer of topsoil on top, right?
Yeah.
And this has been here for 100 years, but I don't know where they had their garden or anything, right? And I found spots here and there that have a little bit more of a topsoil there than others. So I've been trying to build it where we don't have nothing.
Yeah.
And like building soil is more important than what I can put in it. So if I'm building weeds and growing weeds, it's growing the soil. So
right.
I'll fill it in, plant. I need weed to plant in there.
Well, this year I've started
So
thinking
like
of
all
these
of this
weeds.
is new.
Yeah.
Right now
David
here.
the Good, watching David the Good, he kind of talked about chop and drop and you're building soil. And
Yeah.
Robert Homestead Aquarius is even good about this, just letting things sit and letting nature do its work, you know. And by leaving those
Yep.
weeds as cover crops, then you've got an organic layer that's
Exactly.
going to go down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but
gotta-
some weeds
Exactly.
you gotta take out.
And if you need in your weeds, like yarrow, if somebody's bleeding, I can take that and put it on their cut, and it will stop the bleeding right away. And it's in your lawn, right? So it's handy to have those weeds
Yeah.
and know what to do with them.
I've
Like
started.
this one,
Yeah.
that one's salsify,
Okay.
oyster plant, and you can actually eat the root. But I think you can eat that part too, like a artichoke.
Yeah.
So
I would look at some Asian recipes because they have mastered that plant. And I've found that a lot of the Asian varieties of food, you get more production, they last longer, they're more competitive for space.
exactly, I'm finding that too. And some of them are like
They
a
also
10
have
to
scents
20 day
that are
crop.
attractive to your native pests too,
Yes.
Yeah.
because their scent's slightly different.
Yeah.
Oh
Well, it's
wow.
like my soil is clay. Where my garden is, the reason why it's built up is because a few years ago I had friends I didn't know how to deal with clay here. I'd never dealt with it. Being from Jersey, we always had dark, fertile soil.
Yeah,
And
clay is the opposite that I
It's a,
have. Yeah,
it's a
it,
pain in the
it's
butt. Is
it's
what
amazing
it is.
how
Yeah.
beautiful the soils are on the east. It is.
But
Yeah.
when you go from having soil as dark as my phone to clay,
yeah,
it's a huge difference. I've had to learn how to deal with clay and how to
it
amend it and
is.
stuff like that. So a couple years ago, when I was building my garden, I was going to do it as a raised bed, and I put cardboard down, shredded paper, wood chips, and I just let it sit.
That's what
And
you do.
the one half of the garden, I put the wood chips and cardboard and stuff down, and I put like 2 or 3 inches. I went to Lowe's and bought bags of topsoil and put like 2 or 3 inches of topsoil on top. Yeah, my garden wasn't the greatest, but I still got food. But last year, when my neighbor tilled it, it did really, really well. And
Incorporating everything in. Yeah,
this year I have, I put in 27 tomato plants that I grew, but I have like 10 tomato plants that are popping up in spots in my garden that I didn't even have them there. But
volunteers.
they're doing good. Oh, I love volunteers. They're doing
Yeah,
good.
free
If I could
food
just
is what
get
I call it.
cantaloupe and another squash volunteer, I'd be happy.
If you need a move and volunteer, move it. But I keep them around. But see, I'm
I'm letting them
using
sit right where they are.
the weeds and the perennials to put my little seedlings around and get them used to the heat, eh? So when I go to make a spot, I can clear it out. But the weeds are actually protecting it at the moment and keeping it right out of direct sunlight, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Some weeds are easier to manage as covers than others. I've noticed this.
Exactly.
I've got some things that if I leave, I can pull them off kind of like sheet mulch when I get ready to dig it back. But if I pull them completely out, then I end up with these more rooted, more difficult to deal with weed problems. So I let the easy to deal with stuff kind of stick around, and the harder to deal with stuff, it has to come out early.
Yeah. I get this really hard grass that it just runners everywhere, and it's good for a lawn but not a garden. So I've been giving the rabbits oats. So when I put it down here, I get a lot of oat grass growing. Well, it kind of competes, eh? And the sunflower and oats will take over, and they're a lot easier just to pull a clump out. And then that's food, too. So plant your cover crop if you can. And if it's in your animal bedding anyway, you might as well let it grow and take advantage of it. And
Amaranth for rabbits. Can rabbits eat amaranth? How about
yep, they
elderberry?
can. And I think that would be good chicken food too, wouldn't it, Mark?
Absolutely, that's a good point. So that's my plan. Is I'm trying to get Amaranth started here, and everybody's saying, "Oh, you're asking for a nightmare," but it is the earliest cultivated grain in existence, and I think the
Yeah.
ancestors may have used it to open up plots of ground. I've
Yeah.
noticed this about my bamboo. Those
And see,
mountainous
people don't understand yeah,
the
it's the
mountainous
food
rocky
forest.
soils of Asia. Bamboo would have been easy to open those soils up and make them available to utilize.
Yeah. Well, you're looking at it from a food forest perspective, where you want to put it out and not do a lot of work to it. So you want a weed that will take over, and you go and you pull it all out and you give it to the animals. It's perfect. And we can eat it too if you can find a way to get all those hairs off of it. It's kind of hairy, the seed. I
What
got
other
millet. I
what
think it
other
was millet.
older millet?
Millet. I found some from Maker Creek, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
plant that one and buckwheat.
right
I
on.
wanted to
Yeah,
try that. And I'm thinking over here when it's hot and dry, a grain will grow better as long as I give it a little bit of soil, like
yeah.
mulch or something, right?
Wheat or something, oats, something like that.
Yeah.
They'll have deep roots. They'll go in search of their own water.
Yeah,
Daikon radishes will do good there too.
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, dakon's
Yes,
another great one for breaking soil.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would
I
be
was
like
thinking about potatoes too, because it's really sandy. As long as I mulch it really good, potatoes wouldn't even do good down there.
They
So it's
might.
hot and sunny.
Bibi, you made it back.
Hi, Mimi.
Can't
All
hear
my
you, but you're
big,
back.
my big peppers, guys.
nice.
They're getting ready.
So, how about the seed that you had from North Coast Organic? Were you able to start any of those?
I started a couple of them,
Uh-huh.
but some of them didn't want to start very well. But I have a package for you that I'm going to send off to Robert, and you
Okay.
guys can share it around with everybody because I'm putting a lot of extra stuff in there too.
Yeah. You got my package. When I found out that you had not received any seeds, the package that I saved back for Shed Wars for myself, I just put that in the mail to you.
I know, I heard that, and I felt bad that I have all of your seeds.
Oh,
So I'm
no. They
sending
are
you
in
back
much
a
better
lot more.
hands with you than they are with me. My
I
wife planted all my tomato seeds this year. I
I
don't have
know,
any.
and you're sweet, but I'm sending you back a lot more. But you can
That's
share them
okay.
around with
Mark
everybody.
will buy seeds and then claim it as a tax deduction.
That's right. Me too.
Yeah, because we're making so much, we need the tax deductions.
That's right.
And that's the good thing. So that is the biggest thing. Like I learned in one of your lives, Mark, or talking to you on a live about being monetized, and then you can claim the tax deduction on buying seed and that sort of thing. You're putting video up on the channel.
It is.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a business.
Yeah.
And everything that you shoot with your camera and you purchase or is purchased and shot in video can be claimed as a deduction on your taxes. So, at least here in the States, I'm not sure if it works the same for you guys.
Yeah, it would.
Okay. Yeah. But you got to make enough money that you need the tax deductions.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I'm still 350 hours, I think, last check to start making money. And then if I'm lucky in 10 months, I'll make my $100.
Yeah. Well, let me pull it up real quick and just look. I'll let you know what the luxurious paydays from YouTube are like. Because I've been monetized about a year now. Analytics. I'm sliding down to revenue. Your estimated revenue in the last 365 days. Are you ready for this?
Yeah,
733.41.
that's not bad.
It is not bad. It's like 2 extra paychecks, you know. If you're working a normal 9 to 5, you're clocking in, clocking out. It's like two paychecks here in Arkansas.
Bibby, if you guys are about to close up, just close up the live.
Oh, she's been on 3 hours.
Yeah.
So I guess we still live.
Yeah, still live, mate. Bibby, can you hear us?
She frozen.
No, she's moving.
What's she looking at?
I don't know.